Now I've taken my 1000 grit here, 1000 grit, and this is called Gator grit from Finland. I don't know what the hell it's doing in America, but you want to go 3M. 3M is the best way to go with all American products. Now what I've done here is I've taken I put one coat of clear over this whole area, and what I'm trying to do, I could sand down the clear around the outside, but there's no way I can block this. There's no way I can put a contrasting color in here, not on a clear coat. You can do it on a color coat or primer, but not on clear. So what I've decided to do is take these edges down a little at a time, like halfway, and then add a couple more coats of clear from the can and let it dry overnight. Come back, knock it down a little bit more, until I get it where I want it. The one thing that I don't want to do is burn through to the base color, because there is underneath this it's like a candy half semi-clear blue is silver is underneath there. If I go through any of that, it'll just make it, I've ruined it. So I got to redo it, which is no big deal on a big panel, but you gotta think about your job when you're doing that. You know, have a plan for what you want to do. You can see let me see if I can get a contrast here. Yeah, here we go. This is looking at it from the side. Remember, adding paint is material. Matter can neither be created nor destroyed, only change from one form to another, according to physics, which means the more that you add, it's going to look different if you've got a sticker underneath it. What we have to do is get this panel level, and I'm going to level it with clear and sanding. I have time. It's cold outside. It's March. I won't be able to run this baby until at least another month. Then we go over to the exhaust pipe, and I've taken a little bit of, I don't know, it's like a 120 or 240, and I want to make this just like a smooth band. Not really super bling, but just so that it doesn't look so rough. Now you can see right here, this is a good lesson in auto body. I burned through the metal right here and right here on this lump, and you can see this area right here. This is a low spot. Once you burn through the metal around your plastic or epoxy or whatever, you're done, because that metal isn't going to go anywhere. You can sand the hell out of this, and what will happen is all of your surrounding area will just get lower, and that's not what you want. So I'm going to take a bit of JB Weld with my thumb probably, and I'll go just across just like that to smooth it out, and then I'll come back tomorrow and I'll use a lighter sandpaper on it to get it where I want it. With this pipe, you have to remember, this pipe is always immersed in oil somewhere. There's oil in these little places. There's oil underneath these spot welds in between these holders for the heat shield. There's all kinds of places on this pipe that can have oil in it, and what'll happen is the oil, see, like right down in here, I've had to scrape away some stuff that was in here. What happens is when you go to spray or paint, is that oil will automatically react with your paint and cause you problems, and you don't want that. So you want to take your wax and grease remover. I do that on my last. I use the where is it? Oh, here. This is really good stuff. Simple green, and it's a degreaser. It's really good for, you know, American. It's not doesn't have any automotive, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's not petroleum based. So I'll clean this up really well, and you want to get down in here, and this is where these really come in handy. These Q-tips, I don't know what you call them in different countries, but you can either take these and you can actually, you know, put your cleaner on there and go down and get in these places in here or along here or anywhere, and they're really good. And then you want to remember, I've cleaned out this pretty well and I put a patch in there. You want to remember to take some cleaner and get in these little holes here and on the other side. And then, damn thing, Samson probably used this when he was fighting the Philistines. Hell, it looks like an elk leg or something. You want to take your cleaner and get down in these places too. You can see what kind of stuff gets in there. And when you go to paint, you want to have your surface clean. And it takes practice to get everything clean, but once you do, you'll go and spray, you'll save yourself a ton of time. So those are the two projects I'm working on right now, is the pipe, getting it ready, and this front panel. And then today I'll go out and I will give these another coat. My goal is to get 3 millimeters of paint. That is my standard. 3 millimeters of paint on the project, all over it. And here's one of my older ones. I got this from eBay, and I just put it on, and I painted this smoke gray. You can see all the little problems I had in here. But these panels, you want to keep all your old stuff, because these panels, they cost a fortune. You might as well buy them from Ferrari. Okay, back to work. That's going to look good. Especially, I think that an orange line right about there will look really good. I'll have to find the orange Repsol color match.